Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a crucial topic in managing your virtual environment. That's the restoration of virtual machine files. If you've ever faced the loss or corruption of these critical files, then this video is for you. We're going to take a moment and explore how Veeam backup and replication can help you quickly and efficiently restore those files. First, let's talk about what Veeam files are. Files like the VMDK, VMX, VMXF are just a few examples, but are essential components of your virtual machines. Let's take the VMDK file, for example. This stores that virtual hard disk, while the VMX file is responsible for containing that VM's configuration. And these files are fundamental, and losing just one of them can lead to some significant issues. So what happens if they get accidentally deleted, or perhaps corrupted? And that's where Veeam comes into play. Veeam Backup and Replication is a powerful tool that offers capabilities far beyond just simple backups. And unlike traditional methods that require you to restore an entire VM, Veeam allows you to drill in and quickly recover specific files like a VMDK or the VMX. And this is not only going to save you time and resources, but also greatly minimizes downtime, as well as giving you peace of mind as an IT administrator. And the intuitive interface makes managing those backups and the recovery straightforward, allowing you to focus on keeping your business running smoothly. Plus, by enrolling in Veeam University, you can enhance your skills and maximize the use of Veeam's features. With this comprehensive training program, you'll be equipped to handle any data loss situation effectively and efficiently. Now, before you begin that restoration process, there are a couple of key prerequisites that we'd like to keep in mind. First, we want to ensure that we have at least one successful restore point available to us. And this restore point of that VM state is crucial for recovering the files that you need effectively. On top of that, we also want to confirm that the server that we plan to save that restored file to is added into our backup infrastructure inside Veeam Backup and Replication. And this step's vital for allowing Veeam to access that server and store the files correctly. And by having these couple of elements in order, we're going to streamline that restoration process and reduce the chances of issue. Now let's get to the point. I'm going to show you how to restore those VM files in just a few steps. And here we are inside of our Veeam Backup and Replication server. Now, there are multiple ways to accomplish the same task. That's a common characteristic of all things Veeam. And you'll notice we have a restore option here in the ribbon at the top of our screen. However, I'm a big fan of going into our backup section. Here's our backup job with 4 different VMs, and you'll notice we have 4 different restore points for each of those virtual machines. Now I'll just pick on this top one here and do a right click, and I love how it just presents the options that are relevant to that machine. Getting rid of the noise and really showcasing what's important for this particular workload. Now, I'm fighting the errors to talk about a lot of these really great recovery options, but here we want to look at the restore virtual disks as well as VM files. And if you've ever walked through one of these wizards, if you learn one, that knowledge really does snowball into the other aspects. So here we'll just look at a virtual disk restore. Now you'll notice it automatically moved us on to restore point. That's because we did choose this restore from that particular virtual machine inside the backup file. I say that to say this: if you are going from that restore option in the wizard, you'll notice it takes a couple more steps to get here, hence why I really like streamlining the process and getting to that virtual machine that really matters. To each his own, the world's your oyster. So here I can choose that restore point, and then when you get to disk mapping, you'll notice that it's gonna select that same VM that's in production. Perhaps we have corruption and we just wanna quickly overwrite. Well, we can do that just by selecting that virtual disk. By the way, you can choose a new type of disk type for it to be restored to, perhaps thin or lazy zeroed, and then even a quick rollback option. Won't spend too much time on that. Another reason why we highly recommend going to Veeam University so you can learn about the nuts and bolts of these various features. Now, choosing next is gonna say, hey, whoa, are you sure you want to do this? Because we're gonna delete and replace that restored disk. So you sure you want to restore? Yes. However, you also notice I maybe not powered that machine down. So we hit yes and just go, whoa, hey, would you like to power off that virtual machine for the duration of the restore? Absolutely. So we'll do a graceful shutdown of that VM and restore that disk on top. So we hit next, give it a reason. Perhaps it was some corruption. So we'll just give it corruption issue and hit next and then finish. Before we hit finish, we'll go to power off. This is an important workload, so we want to make sure that it retains its uptime, and we'll hit finish. Now it's gonna go ahead and start restoring that. We're gonna let this box run, and while it's running, we'll just kind of see how long it takes for this disk to restore. Now, in the meantime, there are a couple of things you wanna keep in mind to ensure that restoration is successful. First, measure twice, cut once. You always wanna ensure that you have that correct restore point. So take that extra second, right? Again, making sure that VM's powered off and settled, or not being actively migrated. Another important aspect that we should have covered, but it will gracefully shut down in the event that it's not powered off. But you also want to make sure you document that reason for that restoration, perhaps for future reference. And this can be invaluable to those that follow you. Now, this video did cover how to restore these virtual machine files using Veeam backup and replication. If you found it helpful, we'd love for you to watch more of these tutorials. These videos are really fueled off of the feedback that you provide to us, and even deepen the content that we build for our Veeam University. It's the perfect opportunity to not only deepen your knowledge and master Veeam's powerful features. So be sure you sign up today, enhance those skills so you become that backup and recovery expert. I appreciate you joining, and we'll see you in the next one.